I'm your everyday person who works a 9 to 5. And just like everyone else, I have a passion that I've always wanted to pursue, but I was always afraid to commit to it. That all changed back in 2020, and it all begins with this hat that I bought. You may be asking what this little symbol with the 0 is, and I'll get into that later in the video. But first, let me introduce to you the passion that I've always enjoyed in my life. Gaming. Back in 2019, I started streaming myself playing video games from time to time, and it was pretty chill. Me and my 10 viewers enjoying simple playthroughs of games, having our funny moments together, and honestly, that was about it. It was pretty surface level. I never thought I would get to a point where I had my own little community, and especially get to a point where I got partnered on multiple platforms and was getting recognized by fans at conventions like PAX and TwitchCon. So let me start answering the question of how this hat sparked this little passion of mine to become something much more than just fun times for me. If you recognize this hat, then you're probably a Twitch viewer. The little symbol here means viewers, and the 0 means, well, 0. And if you can't put 2 to 2 together, guys, it means that you have 0 viewers, which I do that at some point. It's a very simple hat when you look at it, but it's not one that's just on Etsy or some local pop-up store. It's actually merchandise for a very well-known content creator that you've probably heard of, and he got to change my perspective in life. Meet Clevin, also known as Ludwig. Back in 2020, I was actively enjoying Ludwig's content and noticed he was doing a merch drop, and this was before his massive subathon, where he was literally the face of Twitch at the time. During this merch release, he actually had a secret merch drop happening at the same time, which contained a very limited supply of this hat right here. And buying this hat did not mean that Ludwig was gonna find me or change any aspect of my life, but you know what they say, things happen for a reason, and I'm a believer of that. I very rarely ever buy merchandise from large creators that will never know who I am. But for some reason, I was really wanting this hat specifically, and to be honest, I think it's because it was a secret merch drop too. That's what really pushed me into getting this hat. That little exclusivity idea, right? Now, let me set the scene for you all. Let's fast forward to October of 2020, where I was streaming a tier list of games that I thought influenced content creation heavily. It was a very normal day for me. I had a little bit more viewers than I had normally gotten, and I was doing my normal thing, just trying to entertain the masses. And by masses, I kind of mean a high school classroom filled with people, about 30 to 40 viewers. If you don't know how Twitch works, there's categories. And when you're playing a game, you're supposed to be in that game's category. But since I was just yapping about a tier list about video games, I was under the just chatting category. And coincidentally, at the same time I was doing my stream, Ludwig was going around the just chatting section to find small streamers to ask questions to. And if they answered the question correctly, they got money thrown at them, which is always nice. I was fortunate enough for him to click my stream, and when he asked the question, I gave him the best damn answer I could possibly give anyone.
How do I get big fast on Twitch?
Yo, Clevin, thank you so much for the $5. I greatly appreciate that, dude. How are you doing today? And welcome to the stream, dude. I'm not somebody to say how do you get big fast on Twitch, but I definitely would like to say that if you're looking to get big fast on Twitch, the trends are the way to go. You want to upload every day, or not every single day, but you want to do your very best to upload to YouTube, TikToks, Twitter. Just do your best to put exposure onto your name, because
this guy sounds
the thing
like
that Twitch
me.
lacks the most is exposure. And I've been streaming almost consecutively for a year, and I've only seen, like, by myself without a raid, like up to 100 viewers at a time, and it's taken me a long time to like get to that point, right? So if you are looking for ways to just find the growth on Twitch, find what you're best at, be honest with yourself, and do a lot of self-reflection, because like, go rewatch your VODs, go look at statistics and see what games were getting more viewership. And if you rewatch your VODs and be like, shit, I was really quiet here and it felt kind of awkward, or that wasn't really that entertaining, or that was kind of cringe, like, you could look back and reflect upon that. You get what I'm saying? Good advice.
I'm gonna ask him who his favorite streamer is. This is I'm not assuming anything here. I'm just curious.
That support, dude. I hope that answered your question relatively.
Who is your favorite streamer?
Clevin, with another $5. Who is your favorite streamer?
There's a correct answer.
I think the people I put a lot of time into right now, I've been watching a lot of Hassan, his name's Hassan Abi, just because of the politics and everything. I like the viewpoints.
Sure.
In terms of people on Just Chat, I'm a big Just Chatting kind of guy. Sure. I love watching Pokelols. He's a very entertaining streamer as well.
Yeah, Poke's
Miskiff and Ludwig are hilarious guys. I actually recently got into them about a couple months ago. I just bought a Ludwig hat too. I don't know. He released merch, so I just bought his hat, the 0 viewer one.
Yes, sir!
I'm trying to remember,
yes,
dude.
Sir!
I watched a lot of Tim the Tatman for Warzone. There's a lot of streamers. I'm very engaged in the Twitch community. Anyways,
my man.
back to the tier list, ladies and gentlemen.
Bought some merch.
Where was I?
Bought some
Fall
merch.
Guys.
We
Yeah,
love
Fall
it.
Guys is only on D.
We
because
love
it
it.
blew up.
Came out the woodwork. He bought the hat. That was hard to find. There was a secret hat on the store. Not many people knew about it. Let's fucking go.
But yeah, Subnautica afterwards, and I threw. Wait, what the fuck, Ludwig? Wait, is that the actual Ludwig in my chat? No way, bro. Ludwig? Wait, is that actually Ludwig in my chat?
Yes, sir.
Wait,
Yes,
how did
sir.
you even come in on my stream, dude? Thank you so much for the 100 gifted. Ludwig? Wait.
His voice
No
is getting
way this
high.
is the actual Ludwig, bro. Holy shit, 100 gifted subs? Ludwig? No
Enjoy
way it's you,
the
man.
hat.
No way. I'll literally show you my receipt to your Enjoy the hat? Is it actually Ludwig? No way.
I got a check mark.
Is somebody just named Ludwig, right?
I have a check mark.
No way. That is Ludwig. No way. Ludwig, dude.
Just got-
Enjoy the hat. Thank you, man. I greatly appreciate the 100 gifted subs. You actually didn't need to do that.
That's okay. You had a
Thank
good
you
answer.
so much. I've never in my life thought someone like you would pop into my stream, dude. Like, I'm not trying to, like, fangirl too hard here, but, like, what the fuck? How did you hear about me? Yeah, I did fangirl, but let me be honest with you all. It's been 5 years since this happened, and I think it's finally time to admit that I knew it was Ludwig all along. Listen, Lud, if you're gonna donate to small streamers anonymously, at the very least, you can make sure your PayPal name does not have your full name on it. Because when I checked down on my phone after the first donation, I saw your full name. So I had to make sure you got good content, brother. Regardless, though, if I knew it was Ludwig or not, him coming to my stream and dropping a follow and saying all the nice things he said in his video did make me think long and hard about content creation. I always enjoyed it. I always had fun with it. But never in my life did I think somebody that I was actively watching at that time would find me and say some nice stuff about me. They say don't meet your heroes. And lucky for me, Ludwig's definitely not my hero. But at that moment, he was a huge motivator for me. I went to sleep that night realizing that I'm able to build my own community online, sharing my interests and experiences with everyone. I know it wasn't his intention to spark this within me, but every action has a reaction, and it ended up being a very positive one in my life. After the day he released his video, I worked very hard on my public speaking skills, and I also worked very hard to speak in front of a camera when there's no one else around. I started to push myself to meet other content creators and people online that shared similar interests to me, so I could learn more about the online space and build up the community that I always wanted. And most importantly, I got to work on my passion. I think everybody out there has a passion, but I don't think every person has the opportunity to pursue that passion. And thanks to this hat that I bought, Ludwig had a killer reaction and gave me a lot of attention at the time, which boosted my viewers. And while viewers are awesome, the best part of this all is being able to look back and realize how big of an impact that this had on my life. I'm now more social, I'm more outgoing, I'm more confident, and most importantly, I'm now willing to take chances in things that I believe in. So thank you, Ludwig, for not only that moment in my life, but for paying back for this hat, man. You gave me so much money. This hat was pretty much free, dude. I don't know what else to say. Thank you, genuinely. And honestly, I do enjoy sharing the small little stories and experiences that I've had and how it's impacted me in my life. So if you did enjoy this video, subscribe and I'll be sure to do more like this. Thanks for watching.